Hello everyone, welcome back to the 2018 Granny Square Crochet Along. I'm just going to pop my light on now. I was leaving it off so you could see it a bit without all of this glare of seeing the stitches through. This is what we're making today. We're making this puppy dog square. It has got some eyes. It's easier to see these black eyes in the reel really than on video. I have sewn these on a bit crooked. It should be a bit straighter, but I've just got an oddball dog. Anyway, this is what we're making today. So we're going to turn it over. We're going to make this square first with our circle for his face and then the border. So choose whatever coloured dog you want to make. I probably should have done a lighter coloured dog so you could see it better, but hopefully it should be okay. And so we're going to make that first, and then we're going to make all these pieces. We're going to make his eyes, his ears, his nose, his 2 pieces of muzzle and his tongue, and then it was just a case of sewing it all on. And that is our square today, our puppy dog square, as part of our special animal week. So grab all your colours, and I'll leave this on screen just for a moment. You can choose what colours you want for all your pieces, and then we'll get started. Okay, so to start our dog's face, I'm doing a brown dog here. I know brown's not the easiest colour to see on camera, but it's such a simple thing to make up. So you would have seen this dozens of times already if you've been following us through the year. So we're going to start with either a magic ring and chain 3, or chain 4. And I don't join as a ring, but start with a magic ring and a chain 3 or chain 4. And we did this in a recent video that I made. I can't remember what square, but we did this recently. The first 3 chains will count as your double crochet, and then your bottom chain will count as your ring. So then into that ring you're going to do 11 double crochet. So if you're using the magic circle, you want to do your chain 3 plus 11. So you will end up with 12 double crochets, whichever way you make this. So I'm just going to make those 11 double crochets to make my total of 12. And then I will see you back to finish off the round. Okay, so when you've done your 12, just slip stitch into the top of your chain 3, and that's the same whether you have started with the chain 4 or the magic ring. You will have that chain 3. So there we go, and then just whichever method again, pull in your center and you have a nice tight circle there for round 1. Okay, so we are essentially making a circle for our first, I think it's 5 rounds. So we're going to do it in exactly the same way as we would do any other circle. We're going to chain 3 to start, and then we're going to do another double crochet in that same stitch. That first chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. And then you're just going to work around and do 2 double crochet into every stitch. 2 double crochet into every stitch until you have 24 double crochets. When you have 24 double crochets, slip stitch into the top of your chain 3. And there we go, at the end of round 2, 24 double crochets. So round 3, we are going to continue increasing. We're going to start with a chain 3 as a double crochet, and then we're going to do a double crochet in that same stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 2 double crochet into the next, 1 double crochet into the next, and continue this pattern around, doing 2 and then 1. So into each stitch you're going to do 2 2 into one stitch and then 1 in the next, 2 and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and all the way around, and you will finish with 36 double crochets. And once again, slip stitch into the top of your chain 3. And there we go, 36 double crochet for our circle of round 3. So you've probably guessed what round 4 is, especially if you've made circles before and you've done patterns with us that involve circles. Round 4 is chain 3 and then double crochet in that same stitch. Double crochet in the next stitch and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So this time you are doing 2 double crochet into 1 and then 1 single and 2 singles. So you're doing 2 1 1 2 1 1 all the way around, 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 until you get to the start, and you will have 48 double crochet, 48, and slip stitch into the top chain again. Okay, here we go, 48 double crochet, and we're going to do one more round of our puppy's face, and it's exactly the same way again, chain 3, double crochet into that same stitch, and then this time you're going to do 3 double crochet around, so 1 in each of the next 3, 1 2 3. So you're going to do 3 in one stitch and then 1 2 3, 2 and then 1 2 3, 2 1 2 3. Okay, all the way around, and you will finish with 60 double crochet and slip stitch into your starting chain. Okay, so I've done my 60 double crochets, and that's the end of the dog's face. So I've fastened off that colour, and then I've joined my new colour for the background in a different stitch. You can join into any stitch, and what I've done is when we join this, it will be a corner. Okay, so what I've done is this will be my first corner, and then my chains here from the face are down here, and we're going to have the muzzle part of the dog's face around here, so that will cover most of those chains. So I thought that's why I'm going to do it like that, so that the muzzle will cover most of that nicely. Not that it's too noticeable, but it is a little, so if we can cover it, let's do it. So join your background colour into a stitch and then chain 4, and that chain 4 counts as your first treble crochet, and then you're going to make 2 more treble crochet into that same stitch. And then chain 1 and then 3 more treble crochet into that same stitch, and that will make your first corner of 3 treble crochet, chain 1 and 3 treble crochet. Just having a bit of a tangle. Okay, so 3 treble crochet, chain 1 and 3 treble crochet. And now we're going to square this off. So we've done this similar stitch pattern before. We are going to do a treble crochet into the next stitch, and a double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. A half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and 4 single crochets. Oh, this yarn. What did I do with it? Pulled too much out. Too much out, and then it all gets tangled. So 4 single crochets, and then work back up again and do 2 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, when you get your chain you need to make sure you're going into the right place. It's 2 double crochets and then a treble crochet into the next stitch, and it's back to your corner. So we are at the corner going to do our 3 treble crochets, chain 1 and 3 more treble crochets. Oops, cool there. There we go. 1, oops, 2 and 3. There we go. And then you're going to repeat this stitch pattern around the other sides. So you're going to do in the next stitch along, you're going to do 1 treble crochet, 2 double crochet, 2 half double crochet, 4 single. So 1 treble, 2 double, 2 half, 4 single, and then back 2 half, 2 double, 1 treble, and then your corner, and do that all the way around. Just rewind the video a couple of minutes if you need a reminder, and then when you get to the start you're going to slip stitch into the top of your chain 4. Okay, there we go, there's our circle squared off, and we have one more round to go on this border, but I have just measured mine, and mine is nearly up to my 15 centimeters or 6 inches, so I'm actually just going to do a single crochet round. The pattern does say to do a double crochet round, but I'm going to do single crochets just because if not it will be too big. But we're going to do the stitch pattern in the same way together. So have a quick measure, see whether you think you need double crochets, half double or single crochet. Okay, so just pause and have a measure. And then what we're going to do is, first of all, slip stitch across to your corner space. Now if you are changing colour for this round, then just fasten off and join your colour in the corner. That's all you need to do if you are changing colour. Okay, so I've now in the corner, and for my single crochet I'm going to chain 1 and then do my single crochets. If you're doing a half double crochet round, chain 2, count that as your first stitch, double crochet, chain 3 and count that as your first stitch. Okay, and then you want to have 3 of that stitch in your corners. So I'm doing 3 single crochet, and then I'm going to chain 1 and try and squeeze another 3 into here. If you're doing double crochet or half double crochet, you'll want to do 2 in addition to your chain, and then chain 1 and then do another 3. So I don't know if I can fit, can I fit another 3 into here? Let's see. There we go. There we go. Gonna have a nice sharp corner there. Perfect. Okay, so 3 stitches, chain 1 and 3 stitches in your corners, and then you are going to do 1 stitch, whatever size stitch you're doing, 1 stitch in every stitch along, and there are 20 stitches. And then you're going to do your corner again in the chain 1 space of the opposite corner. or the next corner, sorry, and then another 20 stitches corner, 20 stitches corner, and then your last 20 stitches, and then slip stitch either to your first stitch or the top of your starting chain. Okay, so we're going to start work on the features of the puppy dog now. We're going to make the ears, so grab the colour you're going to do your dog's ears, and then you want to leave a tail for sewing in, so I've left about 12 inches, and then you want to chain 4. Okay, and now I'm going to work into the back bumps of my chains just to keep it a bit neater, and we're going to do a single crochet in the second chain from the hook and 1 single crochet in each of the next 2, giving you 3 single crochets. There we go. And then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And you're going to do 2 half double crochets in that first stitch. 1, 2. A half double crochet in the next stitch. And 2 half double crochets in the last stitch. 1 and 2. Chain 1 and turn your work. Oops. And okay, so for row 3, chain, oh, we've done the chain 1, and do 2 half double crochet in that first stitch. 1 and 2. A half double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3, and then 2 half double crochet in that last stitch. You might need to just tease it out a bit. It might have gone a bit small there. I don't know if you can see that if my camera's going to focus, but it might have gone a bit on the side, but just find that and do 2 half double crochets into there. Okay, so for row 4, chain 1 and turn your work, and 1 half double crochet in each stitch, which is 7 stitches. And this little one in the corner, ooh, has gone small, so we'll just kind of wiggle our hook under there and make our 7th stitch. There we go. Okay, and chain 1 and turn your work. So for the next row, we're going to do a half double crochet in the first 5 stitches. And then a half double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, go into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through and leave that on the hook. Yarn over, go into the last stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And there you go. So the next row, row 6, I'm going to chain 1, turn the work, do a half double crochet over the next 2 stitches. So into that first stitch and pull through, sorry, yarn over into the first stitch and then yarn over, pull through, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. and then a half double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. Okay, and row 7, chain 1, turn your work, half double crochet in the first 3 stitches, and then a half double crochet 2 together in the last 2 stitches. So yarn over into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, all 5. And then our last row, chain 1, turn your work, half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Oops. Find that first stitch rather than the chain. Okay, first stitch. So half double crochet 2 together. What am I doing? Right. I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at the pattern, and I should be just looking at what I'm doing. So half double crochet 2 together over the first 2 stitches. There we go. And then a half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And the last one is a bit tight. Okay, there we go, last half double crochet and fasten off. And that is your first little ear, cute little ear, and that's going to go on here like so. Or you could do it that way if you prefer. There's one little ear ready to go on your puppy dog. So you need to rewind, I think it's about 5-6 minutes now, and do the second ear. Okay, so we're going to start on some of the features of our puppy dog now. So we're going to start on the ears first. So I've made one here to show you, and then I'm now going to show you how to make that. Okay, now I'm not ashamed to say I have had so much trouble making these ears. I've forgotten to do my 2 stitches together and 2 stitches in one, and losing the first and last stitch. So I've got a stitch marker. I'm going to mark my end stitch. I'm not ashamed to use a stitch marker and mark my stitch. Not ashamed. So if you might find that useful, or you just might not be as crazy silly as me. So let's start by chaining 4. And I'm going to work into the back bumps just to keep the chain a bit neater. And you're going to work into the second chain from the hook and do a single crochet. You can work into your chains however you like, however you find easiest or best for you. Oops. This is just something I discovered fairly recently actually, that it just helps to keep those chains neater along the bottom edge. So if you can see this here, just keeps that a bit neater. So there we go, we have 3 single crochet. Now that's fine, I can do that, 3 single crochet. The next row we're going to do chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to do 2 half double crochets into the first stitch. So 2 half double crochets. Oops, 1 and 2. Now I'm going to pop this stitch marker onto my first stitch, okay, because when I come back on the next row, this one I have trouble. So we're going to then do 1 half double crochet into the next stitch and 2 half double crochet, 2, telling myself 2 half double crochets into that last stitch. So we've now got 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to do 2 half double crochet into your first stitch. 1 and 2, yes, 2, and then 1 into each of the next 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh yes, I'd forgotten my second stitch before. That was my trouble. So then into this last stitch, I think I might be okay now, you know. So into this last stitch, we're going to put 2 half double crochets. So 1 and 2. There we go. So I might just there we go. So we should now have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just going to pop this into that stitch on the end so I know which is my last stitch. Okay, so chain 1 and turn, and you're going to do 1 half double crochet into each of the 7 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yay! You would not believe how happy I am right now. I have done this. This is about take 5, you know. Okay, 7 half double crochets, perfect. So now we're going to chain 1, turn your work, and we are going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next half double crochet into each of the next 5. So do the next 5 half double crochets. Okay, now we have 2 stitches left, and I know I've got one slightly around the corner, and we're going to do a half double crochet 2 together. So we haven't really done this very much, so I'm going to talk you through. Yarn over for your half double crochet, go into the first stitch, yarn over and pull through, and that's where we have to leave that, because the next stage would be to pull through all 3. So just leave that loop, yarn over, go into your next stitch, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5 stitches, and there you go. So you should now through all 5 loops, sorry. So you should now have 6 stitches all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay, so chain 1, turn your work, and then we're going to do the first 2 stitches as a half double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, insert into your first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go into your second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops, and then do a half double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. Okay, and then chain 1, turn your work, and do a half double crochet into the first 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then half double crochet the next 2 together, just as we've done before. Make sure you go through that whole stitch, part of it hiding on the other side. There we go. Okay, and our last row, chain 1, turn your work, half double crochet the first 2 together. Oops. First 2 stitches together, and then a half double crochet in each of the last 2 stitches. There we go. And fasten off. And there is your cute little ear. There we go. Your cute little ears. We now have a pair of ears. There we go. And when you're sewing these on, just make sure that you're kind of sewing them as a mirror image. So if you're having this bumpy bit out on the side, then you want to have this bump on the outside as well. Okay, so there are your ears, which are going to go somewhere like so. So we're next going to make the muzzle for 2 circles to come, one here and one here. So I'm going to use white for that. So grab your yarn and let's start on that.